it's only okay to be naked at the beach. You know, if you see a naked person walking down the street, they're crazy. But if you see a fully dressed person at the beach, they're even crazier. It's got to be something about the sand, you know. There's something about the sand that makes you feel more pure. It makes you feel okay being naked. This is a long-winded way of explaining why I got arrested at a golf course. I don't think people are that okay. People are quite selfish and bad by nature. You know, we like to pretend we're not, but we really are. Because, you know, say if there's a school shooting going on, which is a horrible thing to happen, and you're a parent whose child goes to that school, you have two rapid-fire thoughts. Your second thought is, oh, I hope my kid isn't hurt. But your first thought is, I hope my kid isn't the shooter. No one's empathizing with them. I go to a Catholic school, but I'm not Catholic. The thing they tell you about in Catholic school is they always tell you about Jesus and all the interesting stuff that happened to him. They tell you about his birth and his death, but they never talk about the interesting stuff in the middle. Like how there was this one story of when he was like 12, and Mary and Joseph, his parents, they just like forgot him in like a city. Like they just left him, and they just went back to wherever they were. They just forgot a child, but you know, he's like God's son, so he ended up okay. And then when they got back to him, they were like, Jesus, what happened? And he goes, oh, don't worry, Mum and Dad, it was fine. Okay, I just hung out with a bunch of priests. The story of a 12-year-old boy abandoned by his parents and left with a bunch of priests unattended wouldn't go down so well today. So I go to a Catholic school for now, and not anymore. So yeah, I'm not particularly good at anything. I'm mediocre at everything. I've never won anything, never been great at anything. You know, I always get the participation awards. There's the nice try, the good job, the better luck next time. That's the worst one, really. Because it puts all your achievements and all your hardship up to a weird hinky-jinky thing called luck. You never get the respect you deserve. So I decided, if I live this life of mediocrity, I don't want to live at all. So I decided to kill myself. It didn't happen, obviously, okay? So I decided to do it like the good old-fashioned way, like a Shawshank Redemption. You know, Brooks was here, so I got my rickety stool. I went to the rope store hoping to get some rope. They ran out of rope, so which you think wouldn't happen, but it did. But luckily it was December, and it was like it was holiday season, so I just got some tinsel instead. Decided to put a fun little Christmas twist on my suicide. So I got my little stool, got my tinsel. I didn't have anything to hang on, so I called up a tradie, got him to put in a pipe. He was like, "Where do you want the pipe to go? Like, what do you want? What water should flow through?" I'm like, "No, don't worry about the water. Just put it there." So he puts it there. I got my tinsel, got my little stool. One thing I forgot to mention: I'm in a 7-foot tall apartment. I'm 6 foot, and the stool is like 3/4 of a foot. Not a lot of room to kill yourself there. So I'm standing on my stool, about to hit my head, kind of ducking underneath the pipe. And so, you know, I do the good old wrapping around my neck. I didn't know which way I should do it though, so I decided to like tie it like a Windsor knot. And so yeah, I'm standing there, and I look at my cabinet. Forgot to mention that. I had a cabinet full of participation awards. You're probably thinking, why have a cabinet full of something that brings you so much misery? Got nothing else to put in it. So yeah, I'm looking at it and I go, farewell world, I don't want to live this life anymore. And I did a little jump off the stool. Shouldn't have done that. Turns out you're supposed to kick it from underneath you. So I did a little jump, and as a tall person in a short apartment, hit my head on the roof. And so, you know, I hit my head on the roof, and I finally think, oh, this is great. I'm finally going to be free falling. This is it. But turns out when a pipe isn't attached to anything, has nothing to hold on to. So I fall down, pipe comes falling down with me, and I fall into my cabinet full of participation awards. And I go into a coma for 2 days. I awake in the hospital, and the nurse and they go, Mr. Ronchi, it's fine. You tried to kill yourself, but you didn't. You're still alive and you're still breathing. I go, nurse, I wanted to die. I don't want to live like this anymore. I wanted to commit suicide. She goes, well, better luck next time.